in Azam City. You're watching One TV News Channel. One TV News Channel. Serving you with information, news, sports, and public affairs. One TV News Channel. One TV News Channel. Serving you with love. Ang telebisyong pangmasa. One TV News Channel. One TV News Channel. One TV special report.
Considering that we have 13 members present, the chair now declares a quorum. We received a communication from the Office of the City Vice Mayor, Honorable Simplicia Bibineri, just today for her assumption as the acting City Mayor. So this humble representation succeeded as the acting City Vice Mayor. I will now give the floor to our Majority Floor Leader, Honorable Attorney Marcelian Tapayan, for the next item.
Salamat po, kagalang-galang na Presiding Officer. Magandang umaga po. Magandang umaga po sa aking kagalang-galang na kasamahan sa guniang ito. Kagalang-galang na Presiding Officer, ako po'y gumagalaw na isuspindi ang internal rules, internal mga nalagda ng ating sesyon dahil gusto kong magpasalita na aking kuro-kuro at para magkaroon ng diskusyon sa guniang ito tungkol sa kalagayan ni kagalang-galang na Konsyal Baer Linda Bation, kagalang-galang na Presiding Officer. At paintulutan sana niyo ako na magsalita ng English para madali ang pasilidad at komportable at para madali maintindihan sa aking mga kasamahan sa sanggunian. So, may I proceed, Honorable Chair? We are informed that the term of office of Honorable Baer Linda Bation is until August 3, 2024, last Saturday. And you also know that the IP represented as a term of as 3 terms with 3 years each term. So 9 years all in all. And we know that Honorable Baer Linda Bation assumed office in the year 2015. 15 + 9 is 2024, so her term expired this year, last August 3, 2024. But you also know that Honorable Bation has written our City Mayor, Honorable Attorney Henry S. Wamila Jr., requesting that there will be an extension for 5 months from August 3, 2024, meaning until January 3, 2024, as a replacement of the 5-month period when she was unable to assume office because we did not recognize her when she assumed office on our first term in 2019. If you remember, in 2019, we did not recognize her and we deferred recognition because we wanted to clarify, investigate her credentials first before recognizing her. And she was recognized by December of 2019. So that's why that explains her request, City Mayor, to give her an extension for 5 months. Her request was based on the letter of the NCIP of Province of Sammis Occidental, writing the City Mayor that the LGU of Sammis, to quote the letter, the wordings, may consider filling up the 5-month period whereby she was unable to assume office. The words may consider is permissive in tone, meaning it gives a discretion to the LGU, to the city mayor, whether to consider the 5-month period as a replacement for the period she was unable to assume office during her third term. So, at this decision today, we could not really officially recognize her as officially part of the decision, because I heard a while ago that her name was included in the roll call. As a lawyer and as chairman of the Committee on Laws, I conferred with our city administrator, also a lawyer, Attorney Sam Norman Puentes, on the legal implications of the tenure of Honorable Bateon, Honorable Chair. And we surmise there is no law that allows filling up of the period on her non-assumption of office for 5 months. Although there's a letter from the NCIP for the LGU to consider the replacement of the said period. Hence, Honorable Chair, the presence of Honorable Tion today is on a voluntary basis only. Meaning, he attends a session to volunteer to preclude any vacuum in the position and vacuum in the representation of the IPMR, her office, Honorable Chair. We also do not know of any circular or any memorandum that she will be on holdover, meaning she continues to hold office until such time that her successor is elected, duly qualified, and ready to assume office. So we are not certain on that holdover theory. But I conferred with the city administrator, Attorney Sam. We agreed that we will allow her to attend a negotiation in consideration of the fact that Honorable Tion has been our colleague for almost 5 years now, almost 6 years, for our 2 terms, and she has been supportive of the Ascension administration. He supported our policies and guidelines, programs for the good and welfare of the Assamese. So, in due respect of her cooperation and support to LGU, we allow her now to attend this negotiation. Of course, subject to the final approval of the mayor on the request for a 5-month replacement. Meaning her payroll will be, for the staff, her payroll will be passed only when the mayor approve the extension, with the, of course, with the concurrence of this August body. So, perhaps we can hear also from Honorable Tion about her situation, Honorable Chair. Can we give her the floor, Honorable Tion, Honorable Chair?
Honorable Bai, or hereby acknowledged by the Chair.
Maayong buntag sa tananaw, especially sa ato ang Presiding Officer and Majority Floor and all councilors here. Akong dakong pagpasalamat sa inyong bisan tuod og end doon ta ko August 3 but inyong hagyapong girespettahan ang ako ang representation nako diri sa hawanan sa konseho sa Osamis. So dako kayo ko pasalamat nga bisan wala na but padayon gyapon inyong pag-recognize nako. I promise na kanunay gyud ko magsuporta gyapon sa support naman gyud ko kanunay but i-continue nako mas more pa nako ang pagsuporta sa administration sa Asenso Osamis and dili lang sa Asenso Osamis kundi dili sa Misamis Occidental nga administration. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Bai.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. So, I hope everything is clear to this august body and the staff. For the record, there is no official recognition of Honorable Bation, but we allow her to attend session to allow her members, the IPs, to be represented. And the law also does not favor a vacuum in any government office. So it is expedient that we allow her today to attend session. I will to my colleagues for any other comments, observations, and remarks, Honorable Chair.
Is there any comments or reactions?
It is none, Honorable Chair. We proceed. Patuloy tayo sa ating agenda sa sesyon. Wala tayong bisita na gustong maggamit ng ating people's hour o oras para sa publiko o para sa mga tao o kagalang-galang na presiding officer. Patuloy tayo sa numero 5. Approval of the agenda for the day. Wala pong mga request na magsingit o magpasok ng resolution sa ating pong agenda. So, everybody was one copies of the order of business or agenda for the day. So, I move this motion to approve the agenda for the day, Honorable Chair.
Approval of the agenda for the day is hereby moved and approved on joint motion. Motion approved.
Agenda numero 6. Approval of the minutes of the session. Ang lahat po ay binigyan ng kopya ng ating minutas sa ating regular session nakaraang Hulyo 1, 2024 na taon. And I guess everybody was able to peruse and study the context thereof, Honorable Chair. So, I move that motion. Igala ko ng isang motion na joint to dispense with the reading of the minutes of previous session on July 1, 2024 and to approve the contest minutes in toto, Honorable Chair.
Minutes of July 1, 2024 regular session has been moved for approval. Any comments or reaction? Hearing none on joint motion. Motion approved.
Salamat po, kagalang-galang na presiding officer. Item number 7, proceed to letter C. Petitions or requests for proceeding. Number 1, 2024 Supplementary Budget number 2, Barangay Pulot, in amount of 230,812 and 19 centavos, duly endorsed by City Budget Officer for approval, as well as 2024 Supplementary Budget number 1 o Barangay Pataon in amount of 350,000, also duly endorsed by City Budget Officer for approval. These two items, Honorable Chair, the supplemental budgets of Barangay Pulot and Barangay Bataan, I yield to the wisdom of the Chairman of the Committee on Barangay Affairs, Honorable John Carlo Morleon, to introduce and recommend action on these two items, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Giancarlo, you are hereby acknowledged by the Chair.
Thank you, Majority Floor. Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to pass the 2024 supplemental budget number 2 of Barangay Pulot in the amount of 233,812.19 centavo, and supplemental budget number 1 of Barangay Pantaon in the amount of 350,000. Passing for first reading with reservation, Madam Chair.
So it has been moved by Honorable Giancarlo Moraleon. This 2024 supplemental budget number 2 of Barangay Pulot in the amount of 233,812.19, and the second supplemental budget number 1 of 2024 of Barangay Pantaon in the amount of 350,000 pesos. It has been moved by Honorable Giancarlo for first reading with reservation. Motion approved.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Considering the urgency of the said supplemental budget of Barangay Pulot and Barangay Pantaon, I would like to pass for second and final reading, waiving the internal rules, Madam Chair.
Due to the need of this supplemental budget of Barangay Pulot and Barangay Pantaon, it has been moved by Honorable Giancarlo Moraleon for second and final reading, waiving the internal rules. Is there any comments or reactions? Hearing none, motion approved.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Letter D of item number 7, messages and communications. Number 1, letter dated July 29, 2024 from Osamis Red Dragons Taekwondo team, addressed to City Vice Mayor and City Councilors, expressing gratitude for their support during the Asinto Osamis Taekwondo tournament held on July 6, 2024. Honorable Chair, this is a good gesture from the Osamis Red Dragons Taekwondo team. In the meantime, I recommend that this letter, expressing gratitude for our support during the tournament, be duly noted in the record City Council, Honorable Chair.
This letter dated July 29, 2024 from Osamis Red Dragons Taekwondo team, addressed to City Vice Mayor and City Councilor, expressing gratitude for their support during the Ascenso Osamis Taekwondo tournament held on July 6, 2024. This item is duly noted by the Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Number 2, trust fund, trial balance, and other financial statements. These copies are available at Office of Secretary of Sanggunian and may be furnished in demand upon demand of any member of the Coast Valley, Honorable Chair. In the meantime, I again move that these financial statements on our trust fund be just duly noted in record City Council, Honorable Chair.
Trust fund, trial balance, detailed statement of financial position and statement of cash flow for the month ended May 31, 2024. This trust fund is available at the office of the Sanggunian. Anyone wish to peruse this trust fund, it is available in the office of the Sanggunian. And this item is duly noted.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Number 8, committee report submitted. Everybody who has furnished copies of the committee report of the Committee of the Whole dated May 2, 2024 in connection with the legislative investigation on two complaints the complete letter dated April 6, 2024 of Sangguniang Barangay of Litapan, alleging of an incident that water supply from Pulikin was cut off by Barangay Chairman Romel D. Aldisa Pagala. Complete letter also signed by 8 persons against Barangay Chairman Ni Baji Brigara involving the water supply from Pulikin. Honorable Chair, this committee report was signed by all members of the joint committees of the Committee of the Whole holding this public hearing, Honorable Chair. And in view of this, I move this motion to concur and adopt this committee report for approval on the proceeding with reservations, Honorable Chair.
It has been moved by our majority floor leader. This committee of the whole dated May 2, 2024 in connection with the legislative investigation regarding the complaint letter dated April 16, 2024 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Litapan alleging of an incident that the water supply from Polikin was cut off by Barangay Chairman Romel D. Alduisa, and the complaint letter signed by 8 persons against Barangay Chairwoman Nieva G. Vergara involving the water supply from Polikin. It has been moved by our majority floor leader to concur and adopt this item for first reading with reservation. Motion approved.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. To the end of public service, to proceed with our regular course of procedure in the City Council, I move this motion to concur, adopt this committee report of the whole dated May 2024 for approval on the second and final reading, waiving the internal rules, Honorable Chair.
As being manifested or stated by our majority floor leader, that this item, committee of the whole, is passing, the majority floor leader is passing this for second and final reading, waiving the internal rules. Is there any comments or reactions? Hearing none, motion approved.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. There are no pending items on my table. Under item number 9, calendar of business, and item number 10, business for third reading. So, at this juncture, Honorable Chair, may have the privilege and pleasure to hear on special matters from Honorable Ding Siso, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Suiso, you are acknowledged by the Chair.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. For the upcoming PCL Congress, this coming August 22 and 23 at Aya Hotel Karin, the PCL Misamis Occidental is now sending the communications for that matter, and we will now be processing for the registration fee of 5,000, and they also release the mechanics and guidelines for the upcoming PCL Pinoy Style Variety Show competition. We will have a cluster municipality of Clarin and Tudela as cluster 4 for the PCL Congress Variety Show. And the following are the mechanics and guidelines. Number 1, each cluster must have 1 presentation for the competition. It should be a combination of many talents, such as but not limited to comedy, drama, music, dance, duo, solo, or others, so long as it is deemed appropriate from members of the cluster. Number 2, cluster presentation must be at a minimum of 3 minutes and a minimum of 5 minutes. Number 3, groups may wear costume, attire that are decent and presentable. Number 4, dangerous stunts or presentations that may harm other groups and audience are not allowed. Number 5, the language to be used must be appropriate and suitable to any age. And number 6, 1 point deduction per judge for an overtime presentation. The following are criteria for judging: entertainment value and concept 30%, creativity, originality, and mastery 30%, execution and style 30%, audience impact 10%, with a total of 100%. We already have the brainstorming in our cluster, the Tudela and Clarin municipalities, for our upcoming variety show competition. And during our break on the 22, we will going to have our short practice for our presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Dinky, for your information.